Sexual opinion twilight and STD.
Pete? Rob! It was like a year ago.
I've been wandering here for a year. Now I messed up my back is because of you.
It wasn't me, it was Aid Edmondson.
I bet it was. Hey, is that a bird?
No.
Back here, you shit!
Move on and be who I
Why did you have to go?
I no longer belong here. I hope you understand.
Oh God, why did I ever sing?
Carrie Fisher, we will all miss you. You were the best. My life was really fucking boring when a comedian came rushing to my aid.
Alright, fine, I never learned. Shut up.
What did I do? Get back!
So, what have you done this time? Oh, just on the run from crazed serial killers.
What have you done to have them after you?
I don't know. I have no idea.
You do know that you pushed me down a friggin' hill at the end of that last review.
Made me watch a terrible movie.
Yeah, I know. Sorry about that.
It's fine, used to it by now.
Well, maybe I got an idea. Maybe you need a disguise.
That is absolutely brilliant. What kind of disguise?
Come with me. I've got just the idea. Oh. Right, Rob, this is gonna bloody well work. Oi, trick or treat. No sweets, just cash. No credit cards. Ooh. What the fuck? Look, you ruined my childhood last time we did this.
It's a terrible movie, you stupid old git. I got my intelligence riding on this.
So, you wanna review a real movie, do you, big boy? How about Drop Dead Fred?
The one everyone hates?
Very much so.
No wonder I make stupid sketches like this to take the piss out of you, you steaming great twat! Originally, this dark comedy was actually intended to be directed by Tim Burton and even starring Robin Williams in the lead. So if you're again wondering why we're reviewing a comedy movie in a horror month,
This may as well be a fucking horror film.
hey, Petey!
What?
Can we say cunt?
Very much not.
Okay. Cut!
Well, doesn't sound very romantic, Eddie.
Rik Mayall was cast after the success of The Young Ones, and it was intended to be a UK released movie.
However, Rick wanted to work overseas, so they cast Phoebe Cates and it became an international project.
The film received mostly negative reception, though it did gain a huge cult following over the years.
And a sequel was actually immediately planned after, but unfortunately Rick originally refused to come back, leading to Jim Carrey being lined up to play Fred instead, but he left to do Ace Ventura 2.
The sequel was going to go ahead, and even Rick agreed to return, but his health made it a problem, leading to a remake being greenlit instead with Russell Brand, but it was cancelled due to a lack of money. You know, it's really good that they cancelled it because of Russell Brand, because he is a vast slug.
A complete hedgehog!
What about Badger?
But Rick actually did help with a lot of the writing to bring his charming, childish, cartoony humour to the project as much as possible.
You know what, Rob? You better like this one. The French swear by it.
Oh, I bet they do. I bet they say, what the bloody hell's this crap? The film tells the story of Elizabeth, played as a child by Ashley Peldon, and then Phoebe Cates as an adult.
She's a child with a strict and emotionally abusive mother, played by Marsha Mason, but she uses a mischievous imaginary friend, played by Rik Mayall, as an escape.
The film cuts back and forth throughout from her adult life to her childhood, and we see that Fred was far too much of an annoyance, so her mother got rid of him, forcing her father to walk out on them.
You know?
Lovely comedy! This is funnier than Jonathan Ross.
But Jonathan Ross isn't funny.
Exactly.
I wish I understood that.
But once Elizabeth turns into an adult, she gets dumped by her cheating husband Charles, played by Tim Matheson.
She returns to her childhood home, and Fred then returns to cause mayhem. Just look at it. Even the house looks like a slasher villain is about to terrorise it.
The rest of the film is Elizabeth trying to win back Charles.
Why? No time for that. The git's dead anyway.
Yes.
You fucking well hit the clit right on the nail there, you cunting bastard.
As Fred causes anarchy, but eventually he helps her overcome her sense of loneliness and becomes a stronger and independent person because of it. Now, I want to actually take this time to talk about the criticism that people had for this movie.
It's bollocks.
So that's it, is it? Your whole philosophy for why people don't like Drop Dead Fred is bollocks.
Well, yeah. And we wasn't talking about that, we was talking about philosophy.
Well, your philosophy's bollocks.
Yes. So let's talk bollocks.
But that's all we ever do.
Don't you ever yearn for change? Slime in this ear, slime in that ear. Just stop talking, okay?
If you're just here to emotionally cripple my friend, then that's perfectly okay with me.
One criticism is the film didn't know whether they wanted to cater toward children or adults.
1 minute they'll be wiping messy dog poo all over the furniture in the drawing room.
The what room?
The drawing room.
You mean the colouring in room?
The sketching room. Oh, sorry, the lounge.
I don't think I've been in there.
And the next minute, Fred will be looking at vaginas.
But I thought it was pretty obvious who the hell it was catered towards.
The sad old git section. Hey, did you hear what I said?
Please, I've only got so many ribs, Noel Coward.
But if you were familiar with Rik Mayall's work, even just the young ones, you could see that Rick was a man-child. An adult who was perverted as hell, but also had an immature and childish sense of humour.
It's for adults who like staring at big jugs.
Big jugs, all right.
But are also childish enough to wipe boogers on people and laugh at fart sounds.
I mean, it's really not that hard to figure out.
How dare you accuse me of masturbating?
When? When was this?
You were accusing me of deliberately masturbating into your breakfast.
I mean, just look at the first minute of the movie.
She was a good little girl. If she had been naughty, the prince would have run away.
What a pile of shit.
That may be my favourite opening to a film ever. Like, right off the bat, they let you know exactly what style they're going for.
And it's shit.
I thought it was bollocks.
Carol Wood.
I love how absolutely everything that could possibly go wrong in her life goes wrong in the first 5 minutes.
Her husband leaves her for another woman.
Her car gets broken into and her handbag stolen.
Then somebody else steals her car.
And she then loses her job.
All in one lunch hour.
I know. It all seems really unlikely, doesn't it?
Anything else gonna go wrong? Did Rob Zombie write this? Is that a flamingo on the lampshade? It better not be a fucking flamingo.
You can't tell me Fred's hand reaching out from behind the pillow isn't straight out of a horror movie. I mean, I swear, so many scenes are like a slasher. Just watch this.
flashbacks are actually really charming.
What is it?
Look. It's a burglar bag.
Nigel, I think I heard something.
Don't panic, but I think we've got some trouble. Downstairs.
Well, that's no reason to wake me up. Just change your underpants and see the doctor in the morning.
Wait, imaginary friends need sleep?
Janie! Janie?
Because you always shout your friend's name as you walk down the street and approach their house.
Am I missing something? Is this a girly thing?
It's a creative visualization. She has an imaginary friend.
Oh. I never had imaginary friends. Just wet dreams.
Don't be so foul!
And Elizabeth literally sees a random guy on a boat and immediately assumes it's Charles.
It's got to be him.
It's a white guy. In a shirt. Maybe I'm Charles.
No, you fool! That's Keith and Deirdre!
Well, remember your house?
Yeah.
It sank.
What?
That's her reaction! You just lost your home! She acts like she just found some money. Your house is gone, you stupid old git!
Oh. There's a note taped on my leg.
What does it say?
Carrie Fisher.
Whoa!
Oh no!
I also love some of the creative choices. Like here, she hits Fred, the camera pans down to follow the violin falling, but then it comes back up to show the woman, and it's completely seamless. It's actually really well done.
But Elizabeth sees a therapist and is given some dreaded pills to get rid of Fred.
Proving he's not real, which I'll explain later.
Shut up!
I've got to go, so I'll see you chickens later. Oh, Fred! Not the pills.
Well, why don't we chuck a lemsip down the stairs?
But when she makes the mud pie, why does Fred even think he can just hide in the jack-in-a-box anyway? I mean, he knows her mum can't see him. Unless, of course, he is in fact not real.
He's real!
You should know that.
When they start giving her the pills, they even hold her captive and lock her in a room. This is illegal.
Good night, Flake.
Yeah, well, we're not scared of you, fatso.
Who cares? Rik is great.
You can't say that in 2019.
Oh no.
Then somehow, they don't hear them breaking the window.
And it takes them an eternity to figure out where she's gone and get to Charles' apartment.
You're not going to get that out, are you?
Rik is a fucking god.
See, I told you, you do it like that.
Oh. Move over, I can't see. I can only see one nipple. I want to see more.
I mean, there must be more to life than jugs.
But it is really heartbreaking to see her take the first pill and actually cause Fred pain as he starts to fade away. No, Rik, hang in there!
But he still somehow has the energy to make a mud pie. How did he do this? And shouldn't he be playing nice since, you know, now she's trying to get rid of him?
No, because he isn't real.
Shut up! They don't even hang around to show that Charles is the douchebag. This is literally how he's introduced.
It's really important. This is important to me.
Shouldn't you be having lunch on your lunch hour?
Let me just finish what I want to say.
Well, you agreed. I mean, you did more than agree. It was your idea, and you were right. You were absolutely right. We can't go on. Sooner or later, one of us has got to do something really positive for once in our life, for both our sakes. And you did it.
I did?
Yes.
Wait, when was it my idea?
The best thing is for me to go and live with Annabella.
Right off the bat, he's an asshole.
Arsehead.
And he even says they can't continue, but he still wants to see her again. What, he's with Annabella but still wants her? He's Hitler, and this is only 5 minutes in.
Lizzie? Elizabeth Cronin.
Yeah?
I'm Michael. Mickey. I'm Mickey Bunce.
Sounds like a Disney character.
I had a divorce here.
Divorce?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't like that word. You know, you gotta work things through if you don't want to get divorced.
Oh, that's where I went wrong.
She's a lot to handle, though. She's a lot like you used to be.
Like me?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Don't you remember what you did to my grandmother?
That line sounds bloody sinister.
I also love how she has a flashback of Fred abusing an elderly woman, and she smiles like it's a loving memory. Good times.
Ah, the blood. Also, Princess Leia's in this film as Elizabeth's best friend.
Just because. She's kind of pointless. But I actually have a really in-depth question about the character of Fred, and a fan theory. So Fred is an imaginary friend. So how is he even trapped in the Jack-in-the-Box? I mean, I get that he's imaginary and Elizabeth is a child, so in her mind he can be trapped, so she buys it. But as an adult, Elizabeth physically opens it to let him free. Wait, actually no, he turns the handle before he's released. So how is he doing that if he's trapped? If he's imaginary, how does he cut her hair or break things on Princess Leia's Millennium Falcon boat? How does he physically affect the real world? So, as explained earlier, what if Fred actually isn't real? What if Elizabeth had a crap upbringing? Her mother mistreats her and makes her feel alone. Her dad abandons her. By the way, her dad was intentionally cast as an English actor so that Fred could be a metaphor, that he's like the father figure that she never had.
That is absolutely brilliant.
But she's been through a lot of trauma. As she's aged, her husband leaves her and she's right back to feeling alone and helpless. She resorts back to imagining her fictitious friend, the only one who was ever there for her. She's the one who does all these things. As a kid, she wrecked the kitchen and made messes because she's a child and she acted out for attention as she felt unloved. As an adult, she reverts back to the only time she felt safe, with Fred. So she's psychologically damaged and imagines a man doing these things, but it's actually her acting out. He's never actually there. Then, when she finally comes to terms with her issues, she can finally let this character go and find it within herself to become an adult and finally move on.
I'm just gonna put bollocks.
A, bollocks. And B, well, I don't need a B because the A was so great.
But as soon as Rik appears, I don't know how anyone cannot find this instantly charming.
Yeah! What happened to you? Look at you. You're all older. You're even uglier. Ugh! I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to be sick all over you immediately. Lie down.
You know what? It's just so delightful.
Where's the fire truck? Where's the rest of the toys?
They're gone. I'm grown up.
Grown up?
Well, yeah. You did just say she was older.
Shut up!
Also, maybe it's just me, but she is handling this news way too well. I mean, it's not every day a crazy British man pops out of your Jack-in-a-Box.
Grown up? Great.
Means we can have sex now.
What, you mean Fred and Elizabeth? Or me and you?
No, not together, understand. On our own.
Oh, of course, on our own.
It takes all sorts, don't it?
He even wipes his snot on Elizabeth. He's a charming prince. Rik really does steal absolutely every scene he's in. He brightens up the room and really does make this movie.
I know, yeah, that's right. Mother sucks!
No, wait a minute. I have a better idea. Let's play a game.
Game?
Yeah, a game.
What about pin the tail on the donkey?
We haven't got a donkey.
Okay, hide your eyes and count to 1,000,000. I'm gonna hide in a place where you'll never ever find me. I'm in the cupboard!
I also love how her mum doesn't even question why Elizabeth put dog shit all over the lounge. She just scrubs it off, has a go at her, and then moves on.
It must have been so difficult for them to act like they can't see him though. I mean, when he's acting right in front of their faces, this is grade A acting. Oh no, look, she looked at him.
Oh my God! Is it? It is! The mega bitch! Let me at her!
Is this for me?
Get me an axe! No, get me a chainsaw! I'm gonna slice her into tiny pieces!
This is amazing! Makes me want to have a wangle.
Oh, a medieval folk dance.
Oh, yes.
On camera. And the stretched face effects. This is brilliant.
How is anyone not finding this funny?
Say the magic words and I'll piss off!
Piss off!
Gotcha! Those weren't the magic words.
What did you say to me?
She told you to piss off. What are you, deaf?
I said piss off. But I did not say it to you.
Well, it's no wonder Charles left you.
Why does her mother ignore the fact that she's, talking to somebody else and she's acting crazy and she just acts like it's normal? She just moves on.
What's your mum like?
My mother, she's just like me, except with smaller jugs.
Fred, what are you doing here?
I'm stuck because your stupid, ugly, fat, grown-up husband has left you. So you're all alone and you're all unhappy. So I had to come back and I can't get home again until you're happy. So why don't you get happy?
So, why don't you make her happy, instead of ruining her life?
He's not real. She's imagining him messing everything up just like when she was a kid. She wants to be a kid again.
I hate you! I hate you! I hate you! Go away and crawl away and die in a ditch somewhere, you bastard!
Young Elizabeth is actually adorable. The flashback scenes are really sweet because it shows them bonding and it takes you back to your own childhood when you acted like a little shit. It's somehow charming.
I mean, who didn't burgle their own house? Make a mud pie, be a little shit, get their own dad arrested. It's just normal.
Do you have somebody who looks after you?
I mean, Elizabeth accidentally gets her father arrested, and they somehow still manage to have a sweet emotional scene together with a really positive message.
Maybe Mommy's right. I never do anything right.
So what? What are you saying that for? You're great. She's not. She's always fighting with your dad. She's always calling you horrible things. Look, you've got to be what you want to be. Don't you ever be like her. Promise?
Promise.
I'm not crying, I just got something in my eye.
You sad pervy.
No time for crap double entendres.
Okay then, genius. Answer me this. There's a scene where Fred writes Elizabeth a note pretending to be Charles, asking to meet up, and then makes fun of her. If it's her imagining, why would she write herself a note to trick herself? And also, why would her mother be able to see the letter? Because her mother picked the letter up.
Oh. She had false hope that Charles would come back.
Bollocks! Don't you use that language with me, young man! What? English? No, there's no time for merriment!
The thing is, even when Fred is making fun of her for her heartbreak, he's still somehow likeable. I don't know how the bastard does it. It's like when you roast your mate. It seems harmless somehow.
I love him.
Why?
I don't know. He sends me flowers and brings me wine.
Cheats on me.
Manipulates me. He's gonna have it off with her. Princess Leia's boyfriend is really creepy, but luckily he's not in the film too much.
That is a very strange young lady.
Well, she's going through a difficult time right now, and she is a friend of mine.
Well, look, I'm not criticizing.
Yes, you are criticizing.
I'm just describing what I saw.
No, I mean, everybody has strange friends, even you must.
But all mine are alive.
Oh, sick. Oh. I'm just amazed at the amount of people who don't quite get Fred. He's a child. He has the mind of a child. Of course he's going to make things worse. That's the whole point of the character.
You always tell me to look on the bright side of things.
And what would that be in this particular situation?
You'd look banging in a gold bikini.
Oh, yeah.
Excuse me, gentlemen. Hello, sweetheart. Aren't you a cute little thing?
I love the fact that she says it to his dick, and Rick's face is priceless.
But how the hell does she believe this? At all. She wheels out a chair and tries to beat him up. I mean, it's funny and everything, but why would she think this works? There's no reason at all why she would believe any of this.
Because he isn't real.
He is real!
Okie dokie, matey.
Mickey is meant to be the nice guy, but immediately, right off the bat, I can't stand him.
You cut your hair.
Yeah, Charles is gonna hate it.
Oh, no. You look beautiful. Look, just relax. Let's have a nice lunch.
What a big girl.
Oh, no, Mickey Fart Pants.
I love that line way too much.
I love being with you. I love the way you cut your hair. I love the way you sink houseboats.
God, look at him. He's still talking about love. Oh, he said you should be a girl.
You can't say that in 2019 either.
It's offensive.
You don't throw spaghetti in my restaurant.
Okay, fine. You do it.
Okay, I've changed my mind. I kind of like him now.
Seeing Fred play with his friends.
You see, certain other critics, who will remain nameless, didn't seem to quite understand this, and they said, why does an imaginary friend have imaginary friends? And it was the other kids' imaginary friends. Elizabeth couldn't see the other. It was common sense if you watched the film.
How do you mean? I don't understand that.
Seeing Fred play with his friends is fun and charming, but why the bastard in hell wasn't it Ade Edmondson cast? I mean, Ade should have been one of them. Such a missed opportunity.
But here's a question. If they're real, how come they don't hear Fred's friend headbutting the door when they open it just seconds later?
Shut up.
They're not real.
Shut up.
You stupid bastard!
Also, I was positive that Elizabeth's nurse was the cook in Buffy, but it's not. Regardless, she is badass.
I've got a black belt, and I could break you like that. You're gonna behave. Conscious or unconscious, it's all the same to me.
Oh hey, Happy Gilmore ripped this off.
You could trouble me for a warm glass of shut the hell up. Now you will go to sleep, or I will put you to sleep.
But this is it. Fred may make her life hell, but he's been the only one to ever genuinely care for her and show her any kind of affection. So if you still feel that this is wrong, just look at the closeness of their relationship.
And Drop Dead Fred is going to teach me how to cook today. I'm going to need flour and sugar and honey and vodka and a pair of your pants. We're making pants pie. Ouch!
Vodka and pants pie. God knows what else.
It's only a kid, Paul.
Thank you! Someone gets it! The cornflake scene is easily my favourite in the whole film. It's just so charming. You can tell that the little girl had an absolute blast working with Rik, and it's just so much fun to watch.
But then when she gets caught, she looks so scared and helpless, and you really feel for her. Look.
To be fair, her mum just left cornflakes spilt all over the floor and didn't bother to clean it up, so is it really that big a deal?
The scene is horrible though. Her mum takes Fred away just to psychologically destroy her, and then her dad walks out. You can see why her dad walks out, but at the same time, why would you just walk out and leave your child with someone who's mentally destroying her?
Found that when I was hiding in the stupid garden shed.
That's right, that's where I hid it. But you never answered it. You just disappeared.
So wait, he could have stayed, but why did he leave?
Because he's not real.
You talk an incredible amount of bollocks, don't you?
I do like how Elizabeth sneezes, and Rik even manages to get one F-bomb in there.
Clever bastard!
Then Fred uses There's Something About Mary hair gel, drops a guy's gown at the party. God, I love him.
Shut!
No panties! No panties!
Rik, we really miss you, buddy.
She said she was mousy.
So Annabella knows about Elizabeth.
And they're both okay with him having it off with each other?
What is wrong with these people? Are they Welsh?
Blasted lesbians everywhere!
And Elizabeth still takes him back. The thing is, this is actually a real problem. People's self-esteem does get low enough to do this sometimes. It's a mature film with a mature message, but immature comedy.
Charles, I heard you. You said Annabella.
Well, if I said, oh, Annabella, isn't it better that I said, oh, Annabella, and I was here with you, than to say, oh, Lizzie, and be somewhere else with Annabella?
Yeah.
And that works? Come on!
Fred even sees that Charles is cheating and Annabelle is okay with this still.
But you do really feel sorry for Elizabeth, as she's going through a stage that I think everyone goes through at one point.
Leave him.
I can't. I'm scared to be alone.
But Fred is there for her. He always has been, and he gives her another escape.
And this is where Fred helps her face all of her fears in Tim Burton's funhouse. The metaphor is great. She lets go of Charles, confronts and defeats her mother, and finally frees her child self. It's a beautiful message, and Fred has successfully lived out his mission. And his goodbye scene is so emotional. I think the film is a lot smarter than people give it credit for. It's quite sad to see her and Fred part ways though before she returns to reality.
You can tell that she is really heartbroken, but for a second tries to act like nothing has happened. It's very subtle acting, but then dumps Charles and wipes her snot on him. Nice.
But you feel really proud of her as she finally stands up to her mother.
I guess I made the same mistake a lot of people make. I had a child to save a marriage.
How can you say that?
Well, you made things worse. He left because of you.
Where's the cattle prod?
You left it in the felt tip room.
Ah.
And maybe it's just me, but during the entire film, I never once got the romantic vibe between Elizabeth and Mickey. They just seem like friends. There's no initiation for a relationship whatsoever.
Sam, answer me this. If Fred isn't real, then how come Mickey's daughter, he's her imaginary friend?
Well, obviously, Elizabeth is just imagining that it's drop dead Fred.
But she said his name?
Well, obviously, she just overheard them discussing his name.
I hate you.
Shall I tell it again?
No, thank you, sir. I'd rather have a pineapple inserted violently into my rectum.
But it is quite a sweet ending, and Elizabeth looks on at the girl and Fred proudly.
She's just too much.
Okay. Now!
How did she not see the rope?
Walks right into it. But the film does play on the fact that, yeah, kids misbehave, but it's what they do. It's charming. It captures your childhood really well.
Yeah, it really does. I love this film.
The film is hilarious. Fred and Elizabeth are so charming together, past and present, and it's just fun to see them bond. It has sweet messages, clever metaphors, and it's just a fun movie.
I truly don't believe that anybody else other than Rik Mayall could have possibly starred in this role. It was suited and tailored to him ever so perfectly, with even Rik helping write major chunks of the film. It has amazing messages, and it's just a true beautiful piece. It shows just how children who feel alone and desperate imagine, and then the coming of age when she loses him and then gets him back at the point in her life where she really needs somebody, and then once she finally gets the strength to carry on with her life, Fred then goes back and leaves her to go on her own. It's just truly beautiful.
So there you go. It's a good movie.
Fred's real.
Bastard.
Scum!
Taffy Jones! Bastard! Oh, look! Knackers!
Hey! Who the bloody hell's that?
It's Robbie Robs, bitch! From the great YouTube channel In That Very Ring. Subscribe now.
Oh, you want to wrestle, do you? Oh. One fight. I'll show you. Don't fight. Right. Where's all the twat gone?